I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
Big Dwayne Brown is still one of the top left tackles in the NFL. A 4-time Pro Bowler, he's respected around the league because of his big frame, nimble feet, and strong grip. When you rush the passer against Dwayne Brown, you're just hoping to get near the quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Penny. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Dee Ford, a lightning-quick edge rusher, has made his way from Kansas City to San Francisco, and no one happier than interior defensive lineman DeForest Buckner. That should free him up for more one-on-ones inside, and Ford's speed off the edge will surely make quarterbacks get rid of the ball a whole lot quicker.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, it's Manette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carson, and an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right there, 54
On 1st down, Wilson. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. This is Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line for weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and he's in for the 49ers score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. "14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down." And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Move 15.
54. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson rolling to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 27 yards there, a first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And that'll make it 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
56, Mike, 56.
Wilson to throw. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Deep ball for Goodwin. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis in the final minute. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Gold to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Wilson and the Seahawks Down 14-7. A little under 40 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing now is Wilson. And his pass incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Underneath pass here to Vanette. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
I can't believe they even let you play.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Right there, 54 Mike. Yo.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.